Yeah, Chris Haney, um, I wanted to mention here. I totally forgot to do this in the intro, but one of the reasons we wanted to have you on here is because you've got a so far anyway, knock on wood, perfect perfect DataQs record, meaning everything that you've challenged or requested a review of has resulted in the change that you wanted. So you're doing pretty well. Walk us do it. Take us through a similar scenario, if you could, and walk us through one that gave you a little trouble, and tell us how you resolved it, and leading toward a similar kind of best practices discussion from the carrier side.
All right. So one in particular that I'm particularly proud of, and it involves a driver. Was coming up to an intersection, has a slight curve in it, slight left curve in it. And my driver was making up to an intersection, and my driver was going to make a left turn. So he was in that left lane. And another driver, this was just in an automobile, and she was in the right lane, and she was going to be going straight. So both vehicles come around that curve, and they impact. And the driver of the automobile got out of the car, screaming, yelling, hollering, whole 9 yards, pointing a finger at our driver. And it turned into a big deal. So police were called, police came out, 2 units came to the scene, and they went through their investigation process, and they cited my driver for, I think it was failing to maintain the lane or something along those lines. And the vehicle, the car was towed away. Well, car was towed away at the request of the other vehicle's driver. She just simply didn't want to drive the vehicle. So this turned into a reportable accident, showed up on our CSA, and the driver got his ticket and he got his court date, and we happen to have dash cam video. So let me start by saying, first best practice, dash cam video. Everybody out there, if you have a truck or a bunch of trucks, get dash cam videos. I cannot tell you, they will pay for themselves over and over and over again. So with that said, I happen to have a dash cam video that showed this driver alongside our driver for about maybe 150 feet prior to getting to the intersection. Follows us all the way up. I was able to blow the video up. You could see the woman's left hand come to the 12 o'clock position on the steering wheel and go to 9 o'clock, making a left turn, turning the vehicle into our vehicle. Oh. So blew up the video, got it all set up for the driver, took stills, had the whole thing all set up. Driver took it into court. The woman showed up, played the video. She screaming and hollering in the courtroom. But anyway, showed the video to the judge, and the judge saw the hand go up on the wheel and turn the wheel into our vehicle, and just right then and there said, not guilty. And that was it. And the woman just went nuts, screaming and hollering, so much so that the judge had to get up and walk out of the courtroom. It was incredible. So where I'm going with this was, not only did the video help the driver get out of the citation, but I also used the video, the dash cam video, to challenge the reportable accident. And by doing so, the only reason that it was a reportable accident was because the vehicle was inoperable at the scene, which classified it as a reportable accident. So when I did the DataQ, I was able to use the video to show, which it just so happens the position of the video captured the officer at the scene getting into the woman's car, driving the car through the intersection, around the corner for another maybe 15, 20 feet to where the tow truck was. And it didn't take a whole lot more than that to get the crash reversed and get it removed. And it's the little things like that that just get really frustrating. But the problem we had was it sat on that report for a long. Oh, and of course, after the driver went and got the not guilty, we submitted all that information as well, so that we could support that, that our driver was not in fault in any of this either, and it worked well, and we had it all removed. So that's one way, that just using video, keeping it simple, sticking straight to the definition of a reportable accident, using the language. We didn't include our opinion. I didn't say anything about how, just cut and dry. Definition of a reportable accident. Here's the evidence of the vehicle being removed from the scene under its own power. And that's pretty much all it takes. We didn't add a whole lot of else to it. And that we were successful in that.